This is Jeff Borger with a special report related to the current crisis in Ukraine. Many of us feel helpless, even though we want to do something to help the many victims of this senseless war. There are many worthwhile organizations asking for money to help these victims, and one of these is ADRA, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency. They had actually been in Ukraine for some time now, even before the current crisis there, and I have on the phone ADRA's Communication Director, Iris Argueta. She's currently on the front lines of the crisis in the country of Romania, where many of the refugees are now heading to. Ms. Argueta, thanks for giving us this update.
Well, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk about what ADRA is doing here on the ground in the field. In Ukraine and its surrounding areas, we are actually on the border of Ukraine and Romania. We have operations throughout this whole region surrounding Ukraine, in Poland, in Moldova, in Romania, and in the other regions that are nearby, in the section of Europe. And all of the operation centers of ADRA are on full alert, working to make sure that we respond to the crisis. The beauty of ADRA that we have been here for the long haul. We don't just respond when crises happen or when disasters happen. We are a development agency, and that's part of our name. You know, we come in, we support, and then we stay. We have been helping Ukraine since the 90s, mid-90s, supplying a number of projects and programs to help that community to restructure schools, homes, buildings, education programs, a number of programs. And of course, with the conflict that took place this year, everything was suspended. However, our people, our ADRA people, are right behind the lines. They're right there right now. And that was what has helped us actually support the many people that were displaced. We have folks that are going into the subways of Ukraine in the middle of danger, providing food, water, medicine, mattresses, even counseling, to these people that are going through this stressful situation, this crisis. And the operation centers are working in different places. We're working also with some of the partners of the church, the Adventist Church, like Hope Channel International and other partners. And, they have also folks that have joined forces with ADRA to support a number of students that were volunteers that were inside Ukraine, stay just behind the lines just to provide the provisions to the people that couldn't leave, the elderly, the senior citizens. There were people that didn't have access to the transportation to leave when people left. And those people are still there. But what ADRA is doing in the meantime, they are actually providing support in all fronts for the folks that are crossing the borders in all levels of Ukraine as they're coming in. And they are, given all the provisions they need from. We see a lot of moms with kids, helpless, and we provide them clothes, baby formula, food of all sorts. And then we offer them shelter, long-term and short-term shelters in different locations throughout the region. And then transportation, free transportation to wherever they want to go. And if they want to stay in the countries here, then they're supported. We have a number of, again, the church has provided a great partnership. In churches as a whole, all different faith communities that we're working with are providing support in different areas. And, these are shelters that are giving them exactly what they need. If they want to spend the night after walking, so many days and not having anything, they have a warm place to sleep, shower, food, a meal, and just some place that they can feel safe. That's what the Adventist Church, that's what the Adventist Development Relief Agency is doing right now in the region. Inside Ukraine, we are even doing some, helping people get out of the risky areas, the conflict areas, providing transportation, going in with convoys, in the middle of danger, going in there, trying to make sure that people have the services, everything that they need. Now we don't know what may happen. There are people behind the other side, those that are closing into Russia as well, and there's assistance there too. We don't take sides. We are there to help the people. We are a humanitarian agency in support of the needs of the crisis. So if those people are listening out there, if they're friends of, and want to do something, the best they can do is, support these types of operations from where they are. What they need the most is cash vouchers. We are providing also that because many people can't access the bank machines right now, and they need to find ways of transport themselves outside of Ukraine, or when they leave the areas as they cross the border, and if they want to stay in a shelter, they're looking for a way out. They didn't have time. I spoke to a mom yesterday. She said, I only had 10 minutes to leave my house before the bomb dropped, in my village. And she had a little baby with her, and she said, I haven't eaten in about 5 days. I walked for about a week, and all I could think was, when am I going to get somewhere to get help from my baby? Mom was crying, and she was picking up formula in our ADRA tent right as she crossed the border. And our, support staff and volunteers were helping her through, and they were providing, take her to a shelter, and that's what happened last night. And these are only one of many, many, many cases that we see day after day after day. So I want to thank those people out there, the supporters of ADRA that are listening to this. Please continue to support. If you want to do that, go to adra.org and just do whatever you can. That's what we're here for.
Well, Iris, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. What is it like there being on the front lines? I mean, what the pictures we see on TV over here are just overwhelming, but it must be just catastrophic to be there and see all of this happening.
Yeah, you don't ever expect to see up close and personal at the crisis that we're witnessing. Our staff is basically working 24/7 in all different areas of this region, nonstop, because we want to make sure that we can save as many people as possible inside the line. And our ADRA staff, was in danger. We had to evacuate them from one location to the other, but they didn't want to leave because they don't want to leave people behind. So they're still operating with us. We're still trying to send provisions, and, it's important for us to remain here, for them to remain there too, because no matter what happens, people will be there that are needing help. We're still going to be there for them no matter what.
Okay, thank you so much, Iris. And once again, for our listeners, it's ADRA, ADRA.org. If you go to their webpage, there's information there on how you can donate and help the people of Ukraine. Thank you once again, Iris, and God bless you for all you do over there.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support.